everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we're going to be watching the 15th episode of Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari. So, some ROUGH-TALIA backstory?
ROUGH-TALIA backstory. There are no jokes to be made here. This is going to be rough.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, 3,
2,
1.
Let's jam! Huh. What a lovely little hometown.
Be a shame if something happened to it.
Wait for it.
Oh, not yet.
Not like that. This bitch.
So pure.
Title drop. Partially. Ooh.
Let me guess, her friend's about to die a horrible death.
Yeah, but ROUGH-TALIA in a really roundabout way is starting to get her wish made true. Be careful what you wish for, kids. The special hell. No, don't think, just do. Oh, well, she got that badass alto voice going on. The ghosts of Christmas past.
She's starting to look like Naofumi there for a second.
If looks could kill. Douchebag. Yeah, as much as it would satisfy me, I don't think ROUGH-TALIA is going to go through with murdering Lord Douchebag in the end.
Yeah. Funny enough, this opening is reminding me of work last night because all the sprinklers wouldn't turn off.
Oh, shit.
So all the roads were like a couple inches thick deep in water.
Oof.
Oh, you're talking about the lawn sprinklers, not
Yeah.
the fire suppressant.
No,
Okay.
lawn sprinklers.
Oh,
That would have been pretty bad if that happened.
True. It's an interesting little echo there. Been waiting for over a week. Don't think, just do. Ooh. When now Fumi calls it off.
Now, Fumi, you are too nice.
So I'll settle for lashings. I'll get into your wet. Now you can kill him, and it'll be justified. Really? We get the indirect death.
Later, bitch.
Yeah, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Oh, great. This is not the place to stand there, buddy.
He attacked. There was a struggle. Told you he'd break out. You should see the other guys. Well, who's ready for a very heavy dose of closure? The viewers won't, though.
Well, at least we know that she's always had that charisma.
I mean, come on. How can you say no to that face? Oh boy. Baton courtesy, service with a smile. It's just that something smells like raccoon.
Ugh.
You call that a whipping?
Well, one of you. in the next life.
At least it's better than those made in China ones. Oh boy.
Aww.
Forebode. Then you passed out and we drew a big penis on your forehead.
Put your hand in a bowl of water till you pissed yourself.
Shaving cream, on the other hand, have you smack yourself. For a price, pay up, kid. Healing ability. Nifty. Yeah, no.
How long in universe has it been since this happened?
Not that long. Several months at the most.
Well, looks like ROUGH-TALIA is gonna have to take that from you.
Oh.
Kind of wish you would have killed that guy with your own hands, huh? Maybe a little longer. Because that wave that was in their village was the first wave, and then the first one that we see in the anime is the second wave.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that far apart.
Unless, I mean, demi-human bodies decompose quicker? Yeah. Oh, boy. Come on, Afumi, kiss some sense into her.
Not gonna happen. And now you're hot.
And look how stacked she is. Well, that's because skulls always look like they're smiling. Is this the first time we hear him refer to himself as the Shield Hero? In such an upbeat way?
Always.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, And the Dojin artists go apeshit.
No thanks.
Voyeur tag.
No thanks. No thanks. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Rule number 2.
Damn video game elements. Oh god, the 3D!
No.
It's gonna... Yep. Yay!
Even better than him being eaten.
Such a proud beast doesn't deserve to dine upon such rotten flesh. Humiliating death. I'll take that.
I got some things I want to talk about ROUGH-TALIA's backstory.
Besides how fucked up it is?
Yeah. But I'll wait until we get into chat. Because there's a couple of things that I have a problem with.
Shit was heavy, man. I just couldn't.
She was met as a slave, so it had to be bad.
Yeah.
There's no way that turns out good.
I know, but most of the time, I mean, I can at least make a quip or two about it. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Shit was just...
I was having trouble.
Up, man.
It was pretty fucked up.
Sorry if you guys found the reaction boring because of it, but I just couldn't this episode. And I really wanted to. I fucking tried. I just can't. It's too sad. But at least she secured top spot in the harem.
Indeed.
Ugh.
Now our friend fits in a convenient little package.
Backstory of Philo now?
No.
Filial Queen. Why does that sound like a comic side story?
No, it was in the main story.
I mean,
it was definitely in the main story, I'll tell you that, but...
Fair enough, but the title just
we
sounds
don't need a backstory for Philo.
Yeah.
We've seen her entire story.
Right.
From birth.
From birth, and she likes to eat shit, even her own kind.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead, Ryusei, because I have a few things to say as well. Let's see. So about that part regarding ROUGH-TALIA deciding on whether or not to stab the guy, I'll be honest, that cliched moment, if the term cliche is really something to worry about anymore, despite its broad context in terms of fiction. ROUGH-TALIA wanted to have the moral high ground, which is understandable. One issue is whether or not she really wanted revenge or not, and if she did, does she have the resolute mindset to do so? From what we've seen, she still does not, and she's still technically a child, and still not very mature, even in terms of mentality. I do think the complaints there came off of the fact that this particular event went differently in the manga and light novel, where ROUGH-TALIA literally just stabs and shoves him out the window to where he actually died in that version.
Okay.
And then Sal says that's not what happened in the novel, though. I don't like the anime and the light novel manga. Now Fumi didn't interrupt.
Just about to kill the bastard. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there were some things changed there that I didn't particularly care for.
So, like, the satisfaction of Idol's death being downgraded from being shanked coldly by ROUGH-TALIA to stomped by...
Yeah, it kind of
Magic
feels like
T-Rex.
they wanted to change the characters to be a little bit more... what's the word?
They want to soften them up a bit.
Yeah, maybe soften the characters a little bit, which I don't think this story really needs. Like, I kind of like that the characters are a little...
Party.
Jaded.
Willing to do some somewhat messed up things.
It would have been the ballsier decision to keep...
Yeah, I'm definitely
the
glad
source
that the
material.
dude did not live, because that would have been bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can be slightly satisfied with a humiliating death like getting stomped by T-Rex here. But, yeah. It's not as satisfying as the revengeful death.
Yeah, we get the little kind of callback to ROUGH-TALIA living the flag that was on the child's meal.
Yeah.
But
Raise your flag, 'cause you're
yeah,
gonna die.
pretty much like what Eastwind says there. He died to the dino in the source material as well. The only major change was whether he fell by accident or was pushed. I prefer the version where she pushes him out the window.
After just plain straight up stabbing him,
Right.
thinking that she finished the job.
Well, because, like, if I remember right, and it's been a while since I read it, she was going to grant him mercy, and then he did the thing where he pulls out his sword and tries to kill her.
Alright.
And she stabs him and, like, basically, this is Sparta him out the window.
Yeah. You had your chance at mercy, you blew it.
Pretty much. But, okay, so I have a major issue with her backstory. The part where it shows right after the wave, where, you know, her parents are dead and everybody's like downtrodden or whatever, and
When
she
she
gets up
rallies.
on a box and basically gives everybody the rah-rah speech. I don't believe that her character before she met Naofumi would do that.
That did seem rather out of character, and even if she did, I mean, a downtrodden adult populace, would they really rally around her and listen to her?
Right.
Well-
Would they really rally around the child there?
I think that might have been I can believe that just a little bit. And it's more of a turnaround during the slavery part that kind of built her into the character that we know.
Yeah, I just I don't really buy it. Like them setting her up in this episode as somebody who is always like a really strong character, just because of the way that she was acting in the first couple of episodes after Naofumi purchases her.
Yeah, actually, that whole like soapbox rah-rah speech, I would have believed it if what's her name, Rafina, or her friend. I would have believed it more if she delivered it instead. She seemed the more spunky, outgoing type back then.
I heard people complaining. Ryusei says, I heard people complaining they wrote her off as some Mary Sue with a cheap backstory, but ROUGH-TALIA is not exactly something of akin to a perfect waifu like, say, Asuna from SEO, Yuno from Future Diary, or Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Why?
You call Yuno from Future Diary perfect waifu?
She's an archetypal Yandere, but not a
Let's leave that aside.
perfect
Why? Because ROUGH-TALIA is still not there mentally to make the firm decision to just go ahead and kill the fat boy right then and there. As aforementioned, she wants the moral high ground instead of being a murderer herself. Now, sure, one murder won't make her into something akin to what the guy did immediately, but you gotta think about it. It's like getting addicted to drugs. Once you feel okay with one murder, regardless of most justifications, there's still a good chance you'll commit another one and another one and another one until you lose yourself. Yes, Naofumi could have been there to make sure she doesn't drift to the dark side, but it's still going to mess with her mentally. Well, I mean, part of that also has to deal with the fact that she's still a child inside,
Yeah.
no matter what she looks like.
I mean, we mentioned during the reaction, you know, all this happened on wave 1, and right after wave 1 is when Naofumi gets summoned.
So less than a year has passed. Like only a few months have passed, right?
Well, so there was a few months in between the first wave and the second wave.
Right.
And I'm assuming a few months between the second wave and the third wave. And then it's been a few weeks since the third wave. No, I'm pretty sure that was the first wave. And then the heroes were summoned before the second wave. But,
Not.
yeah,
a whole
I
lot
thought
of time
that
has passed.
there's an obvious reason why there were only bones left, but I thought the decomposition was a little on the quick side.
Yeah, unless
They're not going to show that in anime, so I don't have a problem with that, especially this kind of anime. So I don't really have a problem with it, but
and going for scientific, accuracy in terms of body decomposition.
No!
Would be a little too
I demand
much effort.
my realism.
I mean, I don't think an anime studio
Yeah.
on a deadline is gonna consult forensic anthropologists
Actually-
and whatnot and get it right.
well, I mean,
Unless it's Studio
an
Ghibli.
anime studio making an anime that's not necessarily supposed to be just aimed at adults is going to show a decomposing corpse.
Mm.
This isn't a horror anime or even a mystery anime. But what Sal said is kind of important there. Her friend Keel, who we see in this episode, is the same age as her. So just remember, she's supposed to look more like that. Remember, Naofumi has a lolly harem.
The keel just didn't grow right. I guess you could say the keel's uneven.
Hit him. I think that I don't. Okay, so I don't necessarily have a problem with ROUGH-TALIA not killing the dude. It's kind of what I took it as in the light novel was you remember that scene? I believe it was from The Dark Knight, where
Batman's facing Ra's al Ghul.
No, he's holding the mobster guy up above a city street, threatening to drop him if he doesn't tell him something, and the guy goes, "Oh, come on, you can't intimidate me like that. This fall isn't high enough to kill me. I'm counting on it." Breaks his ankles. Yeah, that's kind of what I took it as. It was less of I'm gonna kill this dude and more of I'm gonna make this guy hurt really badly. But the other thing is I would believe that she would be more likely to kill the guy if she had seen her friend's corpse beforehand. So if they'd have gone into the basement first instead.
Yeah, but I guess at that point you might have lost a bit of the emotional impact of the whole going through the prison scene.
I think that they probably did it right as far as the emotional impact goes. But
a lot of tough calls made for how to go about it, I'm sure. But they did all right.
I do want to say though, I do really have a problem with the way that they kind of tried to make her character
go for the take the mercy route.
Well, not that, just the way that they set up her backstory with her being the leader,
Right.
And then she gets so thoroughly broken, I guess.
Yeah.
That she forgets how to smile. And also turns into a completely spineless character at the beginning of
when we first meet her.
Yeah, when we first meet her.
I agree with Ryusei. Having slaves deserves, dismemberment.
Cut his
I mean,
tendon and watch him flop around like a marionette.
I probably would have given him the same treatment that he gave the slaves. Torture and then death.
Yeah, so it really that one particular
We do see
action.
a stab wound, actually. I mean, you see a bit of red on his
Well,
shirt as he falls backwards.
I think that's more of a like byproduct of the mana being drained from him. But I feel like that just it didn't impact anything. Like I would have
physically impact with the sword or like
no,
impact the story?
like it just seemed off. Like that whole bit just seemed off.
You can definitely tell that it was a departure from the source material because it didn't seem right.
Yeah, it just felt weird.
It's just like, okay, we need some course of action to go between this scene and this scene. You know, just make something happen.
Yeah.
That's okay. So it didn't impact the story at all, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I have a hard time. I really have a hard time believing that a warrior of her caliber would have let her real sword get thrown around that easily
By that guy.
by that guy.
By Mr. obviously out of shape, probably leaves a Kush nobleman's life, or led a Kush nobleman's life. Wasn't combat ready.
Yeah, definitely wasn't combat ready.
But the plot demanded it.
But that plot was wrong because the real plot is
Different. Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was unnecessary, and
Well, it was more of a clumsy cover-up than for a bad directorial call.
Well, this is a fucking the most clumsy.
Right.
So bad it made you swallow your tongue. Oh. This pathetic creature. Oh, wow. Yeah. Would have loved to have her, would have loved to seen her say that. Now that I've seen the source material, holy crap.
Right? It's so much better to have the characters be a little ruthless.
Because then you can really look at the reason why we need to be ruthless in times and the reason why we need to be caring in times.
Well,
You can't always take the moral high ground.
Well, that's what it usually has.
It's not going to get you anywhere.
That's how it usually goes in fiction. Actually, everyone tries to take the moral high ground. It's one of the things I was kind of looking forward to most in this series is that that not happening as often.
Right.
Particularly with Naofumi, but to have ROUGH-TALIA deliver a moment like that would be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Wait, this is the
part of the
second
reasons
time?
why I like the books is because you see the characters being a little bit morally gray, like real people would be.
She was supposed to actually stab Multi, like really stab Multi.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
not
instead
like
of the
killing.
psionic spirit blade. Actually, I'm kind of getting pissed off with that weapon existing because it's just. Yeah, now it's just. I don't even know what the term of the trope would be. Its existence is just
Hope
a
your graph
detraction
can
for
tell
the plot. The weapon itself is like a big.
It's not been used very well in the anime.
Was it even in the manga or the source material?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, it wasn't used until like the finale of this arc.
But yeah, every time ROUGH-TALIA whips it out, it's just.
And then I'm pretty sure it was even broken after that.
But yeah, but every time both the times ROUGH-TALIA is used, it's just I totally could have killed you, but I didn't because that's what the weapon doesn't do.
Right.
It's just. It's like a consolation prize.
I'd rather have her just like stab the person non-fatally.
Also,
Also,
if you get your mana drained from you, and I have a problem with this in both ways.
Right. Well, okay. So
And both times that ROUGH-TALIA has used this sword, it is to you drain the mana of the person you stabbed, right?
That comes back to they're not even using it. They're not even using it consistently in this adaptation,
Right.
Because when Multi got stabbed, she got like knocked out.
And then she comes back to summon the meteor with help, right?
No, that
Or
was
does
when
that
she
happen
was summoning the meteor.
Yeah.
Right, but I caught the spell, so okay. But now we have this douchebag here who has the strength to undo, a magic seal that was placed by a hero.
4 heroes.
Yeah, Nah, I'm not gonna buy that.
Well, not only that, but I mean, if he got stabbed, even if he got stabbed with this sonic magic blade, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should be drained to the point that you wouldn't be able to get the fuck back up. Everything else should have never happened. Because he's knocked out on the fucking floor.
There is one thing that I could say to that, though, is if it doesn't actually knock you out, he could have taken a potion for it.
Yeah,
Which
saying...
is what I'm assuming that Multi did, because she was back up pretty soon afterwards, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, multi situation I can buy more than idle situation.
Right.
But during the fight,
Mm-hmm.
Idol gets stabbed, and then immediately...
Falls backwards, slips on his own web, and then goes out the window.
What was that? What happened? I thought there was more of a struggle.
Well, I mean, he lunged first and disarmed ROUGH-TALIA.
Because
but...
he kicked her right after.
And then that's how he lost his balance.
That shouldn't have never happened, because it should have just been stab, flop, I'm done. you have no stamina or mana to work with.
Maybe this is slow drainage rate.
Well, that's what I honestly think there, Sal, is that he probably had a potion in his pocket, but he did use quite a bit of, I guess, strength after being stabbed.
Actually, yeah.
Like even to the point of, I can't remember exactly how it happened because it was kind of quick and I wasn't paying that close of attention to it.
Actually, this whole talk about him, having the strength to kick ROUGH-TALIA brings up another point. When Multi was stabbed, Multi is an adept magic user, casting a very high level spell with help. She stabbed once, the spell's cancelled. Nobleman, who's not as adept in combat as ROUGH-TALIA, probably not as adept in use of magic as Multi is, still has the strength to launch an attack of some sort.
Yeah, he still had, after being stabbed by this magic blade, he still had the ability to retaliate. Okay. That shouldn't happen. It should have been, he got stabbed by magic blade and flopped on the ground.
Yeah.
This is why the use of the magic blade doesn't fucking work.
It's inconsistent.
Stop using it.
Yeah. It's inconsistent and it's
when
it's used, it's a retcon, basically.
It really is. And
use it in the way that it was used in the source material, and stop using it for a get out of stab free card.
and what is
nice.
Worse?
Get out of murder free card.
Yeah.
What's worse is both times she has stabbed somebody, and it should have been replaced with a real sword. It wasn't fatal.
Even though it was right in the chest, both times.
Well, no.
No.
In the source material, the stabs were not fatal.
Oh.
Like
Both?
they weren't
For real, okay.
She wouldn't have killed Multi or Idol. Either time. It wasn't fatal.
Like with Multi, she was literally just there to incapacitate her so that she couldn't finish that big ass spell. Yeah, he's not using a shitload of magic to summon that thing. He's just opening the seal.
Yeah, fair
Or
enough.
really just cracking the seal, and then the thing's own power breaks the seal.
Actually, maybe that's what the rosary is there for. I don't know.
I think he was just holding the rosary.
But anyway, I think that's enough on our one thing in the series. And that's a pretty big thing.
Yeah. I just don't like the mana sword.
Psionic MacGuffin blade.
I really don't.
And also,
I don't like the way that it's used.
Eastwind4869, let ROUGH-TALIA, hashtag let ROUGH-TALIA stab someone 2019. Let's get that trending comment section.
Right.
Just let the poor girl get some. She ain't gonna get it from now, Fumi. Just let her take it out on some poor bastard. Let her be savage.
So you're saying she's not going to get penetrated, so let her penetrate?
And the Dojin artist go apeshit.
And with that, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button. And if you're interested in joining a Discord, look for it in the description below.
I think we broke for Ryu. If you like our videos here on YouTube, consider going to patreon.com/Otaku Saga and making a donation. Because remember, your support helps keep the channel running and the really, really bad Dojin ideas as well. That's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
I managed to escape without getting hit.
See you next time.